PW Classic, and today we're going to talk about the brand split, more particularly the two World Championships and how they should split the WWE World Heavyweight Championship apart. Because if you thought about it, how are they going to do that? Because if you have this one World Championship, what are you going to do now to break it up? Well, I think I have an idea. So, picture this. Battleground on pay-per-view. Triple threat world title match. Now, they have been referring to the WWE Championship as just the WWE Championship. So does that mean that the world title will be coming back? Because it's no longer the WWE World Heavyweight. It's just the WWE Championship is now what they're referring it as. So picture this. Battleground. Seth Rollins, Roman Reigns, Dean Ambrose. Forget about Roman Reigns. So now you just have Seth Rollins and Dean Ambrose. Because, again, what I was just doing, this is to you, Roman. There you go. I don't like you. A lot of people don't like you. You can put on good matches, but I just don't like you. I'm sorry. So this whole idea is just going to revolve around Seth and Dean. So Battleground comes along. The draft happens the Tuesday before the pay-per-view. Seth Rollins gets drafted to SmackDown, and Dean Ambrose gets drafted to Raw. Okay, now you have a problem. Because, see, say they did something like a double pinfall. What would you do then? If you have, like a German suplex, but both men's shoulders were down, or this big move, but they were both pinning each other. 1, 2, 3. Now they both technically won the match, but you can't say that the title will just go back to the champion. So what do you do now? Because it was a fair win on both parts. And now that you have done that, Seth is on SmackDown and Dean is on Raw. So now how would you even have a rematch for the title if you're supposed to be on two distinct rosters and two distinct brands? Well, that brings me to the thought that, okay, if they were to do that, and if they were to do a double pinfall, they could just be like, okay, Seth, you're on SmackDown. You will be the World Heavyweight Champion on SmackDown. And Dean, you technically won the match as well. You will be the WWE Champion on Raw. Or even if they did that with Roman or whoever they do it with in this triple threat, I think that would be a great way to split up these two championships. Because you can't just say, all right, well, here's a world title. Because then who do you make the champion? Unless they were to do some sort of tournament on SmackDown, which it could be a possibility for the live SmackDown after the draft. Bring back the world title and have a SmackDown exclusive World Heavyweight Championship tournament to decide the champion. Or, God help us, if they do a battle royal. Because no one wants to see a battle royal. I don't want to see a battle royal. It's like when the Great Khali won the world title in a battle royal, for God's sake. Like, seriously, no one wants that. Like, no one. Seriously, WWE, no one. But I think that would be a really cool way to split the title. If you had, like, a double pinfall at Battleground, because then, since you had the draft beforehand, you already know, okay, these two are going to be on different rosters. So now it's like, who's going to bring the championship to their roster? But then when the double pinfall happens, you're like, uh-oh, what do we do now? Because now you have two people that fairly won the match and only one world title, and then you can't continue that rivalry. So I just thought that was a really cool idea that I could talk to you guys about. This idea or this thought for the draft will be elaborated more on when I do another official draft video. I'm going to talk more about the draft again before it actually happens. Maybe I'll do a mock draft, which I've seen a bunch of channels doing it. Maybe I'll make a list of who I'd put to Raw and who I'd put to SmackDown. And I will also talk about this more when I do my Battleground predictions coming up sometime either this week or next week. I gotta wait for more of the matches to be announced before I do it. But anyway, guys, thank you so much for watching this. I'm Ryan from PW Classic. Please like, comment, subscribe, and I'll see you all in the next video.